Welcome everybody to Poke Battle Network. I am Sosaflow.
And I'm ShadowPrime 34.
And this is PokeNews. We are so excited to have so many things that are happening up. An EU championship, Silph Factions rounding off, GBLA still going off, and GBL finishing up with 2 more weeks. ShadowPrime, how has your battling been?
Fun. I hit my highest ever elo, so I made it to veteran rank, so that's always nice. So can't complain about that. What about you?
I finally hit veteran 2. That was the goal. Get there, call it, and just I'm so glad I did it right before GL went out. Like, I was like, phew, GL's done. I don't have to worry about Ultra League or Master League or anything like that. So yeah. We're going to get into these regional matchups now as EU kicked off in Warsaw. A Pokemon Championship Series was something to have watched this weekend as the EU had their Warsaw Regionals. Battling it out were 85 battlers, 4 groups, and the top 8 had a lovely mix of locals and battlers that we have seen before. The finals did, however, come down to London's finest Tomahawk UK versus hometown youngster Koisiek 2400. And after Tomahawk reset the finals in a best of 5 in just 4 games, they come down to the last matchup in the grand finals. So we're going to see how that matchup plays out.
Game for Tomahawk here. Yeah, that's the thing you get to see as well. Another Sky attack coming out from the Altaria, dealing with that Medicham. And then the last Pokemon is going to be that Swampert. It is primed with a Hydro Cannon.
And he needs 2 Hydro Cannons to
take but it's not enough. Koisiek is your regional champion. Huge congratulations to Koisiek, winning.
You can maybe hear all the spectators behind.
Yeah, like, that was insane, like, the last game. Yeah, I'm feeling amazing, yes. Like, Victini to the final game because, like you risk it, you understand, like, you just gotta. How it would be a bit easier, like, really great adaptation by Tomahawk. When I played Trevenant, he played Nocta. When I played Lickitung, he played Medicham. He knew, like, the lines started to be predictable, like, Obstagoon every day, Azumarill every day, Medicham every day on their sides, like.
This with your hand, it's so cute. Thank you.
Congrats to Koisiek 2400 for winning Warsaw. You saw the emotions from the kid. His community was so excited for him. The tourneys put so much stress on battlers, and this hometown youngster just became a big-time hero, rocking that Victini. Congratulations again. Thank you to Neuralcor for putting on an amazing show. The interviews, the side and between videos, everything was so good. A big appreciation to the production crew there. And a big shout out to the casters, Nemu, Lou the Pikachu, and Boobly for doing a wonderful job. Thank you to the tournament organizers and the refs for putting an electrifying event up this weekend. Looks like we finally have Oceanic joining us in the competitor series. Yes, we've seen a ton of NA. We've seen more, now just as many EU, Latinum maybe, but now we've got Sao Paulo coming up on the 25th. This will be the Latinum IC. And then we have the Oceanic December 3rd to the 4th in Brisbane. So be prepared. It is so great to see them on board. Now the world is going to be showing up here in the championship series.
GBLA has returned for season 6. Get hype. Tune in on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/SpeedyOfChief2. If you want to watch the top 8 trainers in the world compete in the most exclusive GBL style competition in the world. So let's take a look at the highlight reel from last week and see how that went.
Agreed. Here comes the first bubble beam. Stunfisk is hobbled, coming in with the Swampert now. Oh my goodness, if things weren't already bad, they just got worse. Earthquake will get shielded up as well. The early shield calls, I think that's really what defines this week for me, Alex. Seeing all these early shield calls just leading to domination down the stretch.
Yeah, and people just making all the right calls, it feels like, right? Whether it be a no shield to call a bait or shielding up the massive move like this Earthquake. Let's see if it's going to be enough to 2-shot. Not quite. So you're going to have to get off another Earthquake, and that still might not be enough.
Decisive moment here, going for the Hydro Cannons. There's still one Protect Shield remaining for Kame. And he does not decide to use it, but look, Stunfisk can't hang on much longer.
Yeah, and you gonna see this mud shot down now from the Swampert, and in dominating fashion, Dunebug takes the championship of GBLA Week 6.
Dominant fashion indeed, our Week 6 champion, Dunebug 97, sweeping his way through this tournament. Congrats, champ.
All right, big congratulations to Dunebug for claiming victory in Week 6. If you guys want to check out all the action and see it live, be sure to tune in on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/SpeediestChief2. Some good action there.
Silph Arena Faction Season 2 Cycle 2 has finally come to an end. After a gruesome 9 weeks, we have teams advancing and teams being relegated to the lower tiers. As you see in Emerald, you see Sea Shield and ETMs and Muddy Water joining the Emerald tier, and in Diamond, Icy Wind, Wing Attack, and Evan Stonks will be falling down into Diamond, while Diamond will also be getting the promotion of PAP, Bad News, and NEB. I reached out to MJ Get It, the NA analysis for Silph Factions FSPN, and this is what he had to say about the entire cycle. Cycle 2 of the second season saw a good amount of surprises, all-time moments in matches, suspense, and a boost in excitement. Diamond tier had the best surprise, Muddy Waters, come back from 8-1 versus Team Omega Lul, and a good chunk of all-time matches, headlined by arguably the best NA match ever in Canadian Sheldons versus Elite TMs. Silver this cycle was a war of attrition between its top 4 factions as Texas PvP regained some of that early Season 1 swagger and intimidation, and Ohio Nation and Helmet Heroes bucked their downward trends with a promotion up to gold, which was a surprise for Ohio as they had lost their 2 highest Silph ranked battlers before the cycle even started, but those had been huge wins for all involved. As Ohio got promoted, PvP factions benefited from the Moonlight's contributions, and Buckeye Fitzy joining Team BTW made Copper more exciting than it seemed at the start. Speaking of more exciting, Braun stunned me with how crazy it turned out. Pogo Raiders became a threat no one expected. SoCal Swablu still put up points on tougher competition, but a tie helped put Beamin' and Screamin', Disputin' and Screamin' on top of an extremely convoluted tier at the end. Gold turned out as expected. Platinum, despite legit looking like a visual representation of the haves and have-nots, was the most closely contested tier this cycle, with the difference between the highest scoring and lowest scoring factions being 27 points. And then Emerald saw things play out like a soap opera. Cool Cats reaching for all 9 lives and then some to avoid relegation after starting 0-5. A rebranded but slightly short-manded final boss getting shorter manned as the cycle went on. Burnt Out playing a factor in Wing Attack and Pogo Goats run, and Chicago Stars quietly rounding back into form, all while the Body Slammers continued a magnificent season for so far, capping this cycle off by using Mirror Move on Pogoats to take the second World Championship automatic bid. Oh, and that's not mentioning last cycle's Open 6 running Iron tier, which led to NA and maybe Silph's first ever meeting between 2 0-8-0 factions in the tier play, and an unbeaten faction in Open TTT Squad, making history as well. This cycle was possibly the best in NA history, and I only talked about a little bit of what made it awesome. Silph Season 5 still doesn't start till January 2023, as Factions is ending now this week. Most of Silph metas are taking a hum, so be sure to get your break on, take a breather, and start building those wild Pokemon that seem too spicy in the GBL League, but could be real spicy in specific metas. We can't wait to see what Silph has in store after their 4 amazing seasons. Season 5 is gonna come in kicking. So I am so excited, as you should be too. There are just 3 weeks left in GBL Season 12, Season of Light. As ShadowPrime and I have hit our goals, you just have yours left to hit, as we are getting into finishing up the Ultra League and Ultra League Premier, saying goodbye to Ultra League for this season, and then getting into the Master League in Element Cup Remix. So, ShadowPrime, are you excited to see any of these go away or come to play?
You know what? It's been a love-hate relationship for Ultra League for me, so I'm excited to see that go away. But I am intrigued by this Element Cup remix. Master League, I might keep my feet out of the water on that one, because I went through and I looked, and I just kind of half-built Pokemon, so I'm like, I think I might stick to the Element Cup remix, so I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, Element Cup remix is Little Cup, so it's CP 500, right? It's not Great League, because there's no Great League besides Catch Cup, I think, that's coming up at the end here. So it's Little Cup, so CP 500. I've been building a bunch of fun Little Cup Pokemon for random tournaments that I've been playing in. But with the Remix Cup, who knows what'll happen. I will stay away from Master League as well, because I am no bueno in Master League. I do not have the dust. But with triple Stardust, I'll make sure to pop those star pieces, so I get that quadruple dust and feel better, maybe to build a Master League eligible Pokemon. Yeah,
just maybe. I definitely feel you there. We got some fun Pokemon that are coming out to play for Element Cup Remix. Dupiter or Dupider, however you want to say it. Dupider. Yeah, that thing is going to be out in full force, so I'm excited to see how that's going to hold up.
Yeah, but we'll see how that all flips, as you can finish getting your goals. Still 3 weeks left to push for your goal and end the Season of Light strong. Good luck out there, battlers. Battle Nights is upon us again. This Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we are going to have PalletTown PVP versus BTW PodCast. These 2 giant community leaders are battling it out in our wonderful Band 10 in draft meta that we have formatted here in Battle Nights. Round the chat's hot. ShadowPrime will be joining us like he was last time with Fish on a Heater and Kyle Throws. So I'm excited to see another great matchup here. ShadowPrime, you know these communities very well. What are you excited to see about these communities?
I am so excited for this. We got some titans in the PvP world. I'm excited to see them just go toe to toe. Like, in the red corner, we've got PTW. In the blue corner, we get the PalletTown PVP. So this is kind of like the fight of the night, right?
Right.
This is it. So I'm excited to see like some top tier battlers go toe to toe. There's some really good battlers in both communities. So I'm excited to see what Pokemon they're going to bring and how they square off against their opponent.
Yeah, the beauty of this format is that a lot of Pokemon battlers bring out all sorts of Pokemon that they want. Because of the draft style, it forces them to play more comfort picks, and then you kind of see what kind of battler you're dealing with there. And it's I just love this format. I think it's so great and so much fun. So this Thursday, this Thursday, 6 p.m. Do you have a favorite? Are you leaning towards anybody yet, or?
I'm gonna stay neutral, because I know if I pick one, the other side's gonna come after me. So I gotta stay neutral in this one.
Okay, I'll stay neutral too. But we have Fish on the Heater, who is the PalletTown PVP representation, and Kyle Throws, who's the BTW representation. So we'll have them give us more insight on the communities throughout that night as well. So we're so excited for that. Be sure to tune in this Thursday, 6 p.m. to see this wonderful matchup.
Oh yeah. All right, it's time to test your mettle, test your might. Mazer Gaming is putting on the Regional Rumble Thursdays in November at 8 p.m. You guys can put together a team, figure out which team is going to get you to that victory that you're clawing for, claim your glory, be like Ash and become the champion out of a 128 person limit on this event. It's going to be great. So if you want to see someone claim that glory, head over to Twitch at Mazer HQ.
Wraps up all the excitement in the battling community this week as the PokeNews is finishing. There has been some amazing things going on. You got hometown heroes winning with legendary Pokemon. You've got old champions dominating still the Ultra League and Ultra Premier Cup. And there is a fun, exciting battle night ahead of us this Thursday. ShadowPrime, thank you for hanging out with me, man. Is there anything that you are looking forward to this week?
I'm just super pumped for those battle nights that is coming up. We've actually got the release of Scarlet and Violet that day too. Well, the next day. So I'm excited about that as well. But also, if you guys want a little bit of Pokemon puns and a little bit of fun, check out the Roundtable Chat Tot podcast I host with my co-host, Old Johnny One Ball. So if you are interested in that, check us out on Thursdays. But that's all I've got for the excitement for this week. So.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so great. I enjoyed that potato and corn episode. You guys had a lovely debate there, and giving great information about battling Pokemon that you should be going for gluttony, which should have been everything as a battler, but that's our own personal preference. Thank you all for watching PokeNews. I'm Silph, and like always, enjoy your battles.